Hey, what's happening? What's poppin', everybody? Spoilers are going to be in this video. If you have not checked out my game one versus my boy Shareforce, make sure to watch game one before watching game two. Because there's going to be a lot more mindset, counter teaming from game one, and you're gonna get a lot more insight by watching game one, seeing kind of well, first of all, the result. Spoilers: I lost to a very, very close match where Don Fan with the Custat Berry actually came through. So that was very nice of Shareforce. So I've adjusted the team, the EVs, and the spreads, and the moves, and etc. So we're going to be looking at the teams again. These are the teams. The squad that I'm bringing is not with Mega Altaria, and as you saw, the Nidoking was kind of my win condition in a lot of the games. So, or as far as game one goes, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to run Salac Berry on Nidoking. The thought process is if I can time it right, if I can take a specific Scald from a Tentacruel or maybe a Shadow Ball, make sure it does a lot of damage and kind of switch around Stealth Rocks, I can get the Salac Berry boost and kind of sweep if he does not have any priority left, or Scarfers. Regardless, I don't necessarily need Life Orb because, obviously Life Orb is a lot harder and it can easily 2-hit KO his whole team and one-shot things like his Tentacruel that normally would be able to maybe take the spread. So, yeah, we're going to be going kind of backwards here on how I built the team. So I knew that Nidoking was very, very devastating to him. So I built this. The EVs here for speed, first and foremost, is you want to address the speed EVs. It can outspeed and speed creep the Tentacruel. If it's running no speed, I have enough speed to outspeed 16 EVs Tentacruel. So the other thing is, like, if Tentacruel is going to, like, it doesn't necessarily need to speed creep anything, but if it's going to speed creep anything, it'd be probably like Modest Nidoking max speed or something along those lines. But yeah, I mean, this number 240 is a very, very good benchmark because not only does it outspeed, well, obviously the Don Fan and the Tentacruel, if it's not speed invested, it also, after the Salac Berry, outspeeds his whole entire team. This number is a good number for Salac Berry range, and then, yeah. So, that, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. So here is kind of where I get a little bit funky. I have Drain Punch, Knockoff, Bulk Up, and Substitute. Now, once again, I don't have anything to necessarily hit the Medicham, but it doesn't really, like, nothing on its whole move pool really does that much. And this allows me to, well, first of all, Knockoff will be able to 2-hit KO if I maybe get a Bulk Up or whatever. But, you know, damage is damage on the Medicham. Regardless, even if it's Drain Punch damage, that, you know, puts it in range of, like, Starmie, Scalds, or Psyshocks. But this Conkeldurr set is to help utilize if he does not have... I'm pretty sure this can take hits relatively well from the Klefki if he is not running the Dazzling Gleam. So if he decides to run, like, Flash Cannon or whatever... I'm going to be able to easily substitute on this. This is, once again, my Kyurem check. I don't want Tyranitar to be my Kyurem check because, though it can do it very, very well, even with a Chople Berry, well, one, I'd probably have to run Chople, and Chople still doesn't, I'm pretty sure Chople, Tyranitar still does not take a high jump kick from Medicham. Unless I'm, like, max defense, maybe, I don't know. Medicham's too powerful Mega. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool set that can catch him off guard. I can kind of 1v1 kind of a lot of different things, so I can sub on the Galvantula. Well, Thunders, I mean, do chip damage, but if he gets the status on me, I'll gladly take the Guts boost. It can easily substitute on the Tentacruel, the Don Fan, certain variants of Klefkis, and kind of utilize on the switch out and kind of do some damage there. But it's more so kind of getting the bulk ups to be able to drain, bulk up and then drain punch. If he doesn't have Medicham, this actually can be a decent win condition. So the next mon that I'm going to be talking about is going to be the Starmie, where this time in the game I actually mess up very tiny on the EVs. What I meant to do was have something like this. What this does is I can easily live high jump. Well, let's just say this. I can relatively take high jump kicks well with these EVs. But, yeah, I mean, base 60 HP is kind of shit. But Medicham reaches 299 speed if adamant. When you prepare for Mega Medicham, things like that, it's usually going to be running adamant natures and stuff like that, unless it's gonna speed creep the timid Nidoking, which is a possibility. But I wanted to make sure that I outsped the Mega Medicham with this, but I kind of messed up, and I actually run 299, which you will see in the game. So just keep that in mind. But the coverage is actually, once again, Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave is being able to cripple his Kyurem switch in, and dual stabs here. Psychic still. I mean, beforehand I had Psy Shock, but Psychic should be able to break the Kyurem subs kind of decently if he is a minus special defensive nature. And next mob we have is the Crobat. Once again, I messed up on all of these EVs in the game. I don't know why I'm 299. It's supposed to be 300. You don't want to speed tie the Medicham. You want to outspeed it. Mistakes were made. But I can take a lot of hits with this Crobat, which is very, very important because, as you saw, he was an offensive Donphan, and a very, very bulky Crobat like this can deal with those kinds of Donphans a little bit better. Can, take Shadow Balls from Gengars. And though, once again, Crobat could outspeed any of these Mons, well, first of all, Adamant Sharp Beak allows me to do very easily 2 KOs, a lot of different things. I mean, even more, it continues to punish the Klefki switch in, which is what I want to do with these two Mons, is sweep with Stoutland, hopefully in the sand, and return and Facade. Facade is if he wants to T-Wave me, but hopefully, I don't want to get T-Waved. I always want to make sure I get the outspeeds, even though, Stoutland, I mean, it actually can take hits relatively well. The Stoutland has, return, crunch, being able to hit things like the Gengar, and then Fire Fang for the Klefki, very, very self-explanatory. And last but not least is the Tyranitar, and this EVs, once again, I'm just kind of playing around the Medicham and not fully investing in speed to outspeed his other Mons, because one, I have defensive checks for the Gengar, and I actually want him to Shadow Ball my Nidoking to put me in Salkberry range. If he's even running, full speed EVs in the Gengar, which is kind of weird because it's like the only thing you need a speed creep is the Nidoking on my team. You don't want to, I mean, I don't know what investing, and so we saw, my opponent was not running 252 252s, which is good, which means I can logically kind of EV my Mons a little bit better to address the kind of his Mons. So this Tyranitar still outspeeds the Mega Medichams, the Kyurems, but it also allows me to go Adamant, which obviously Crunch now will be able to take out the Kyurem Blacks and things like that. So this is our team, a little bit adjusted, and yeah, we're going to see how it does in our game too. So hopefully we can get this win. I gotta win this one. Put the team on my back though, NPL boys. I'm not gonna lose this one. I'm going to win it. So that's my mindset, at least. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna lead off with something that I think has a very good matchup, which is Conkeldurr versus him. So he leads off with the Medicham, which is fine. The reason why also I lead off with the Kinkeldr is I don't want to be put in a position where Kyurem just starts ravishing my team, where if he were to lead off with something like a Mega Medicham, I got the Starmie in the back. I could always switch into the Starmie. It's just, I want to limit the Kyurem Black from just ravishing through my team. So that's the thought process there. He goes into Medicham, fakes out, whatever, that's fine. He goes into the Kyurem, which catches his T-Wave because he doesn't have a T-Wave switch in, bar the Galvantula. But like, why would you, break your Focus Sash on Galvantula right away? So I'm able to get rid of the Kyurem essentially because it's paralyzed, and I actually make a very, very risky play, which is, he could have double Ice Beamed here, but he ain't that real. He ain't that real. And yeah, I mean, he has a few. I cannot allow the Medicham to also come in freely on the Kinkeldr, so I decided to go in Crobat, predicting the Medicham. Obviously, he wasn't going to stay in there. So as you see that, the bulk on the Crobat just coming through, as this Brave Bird right here, bop, does 37% to Klefki. That's pretty good. And so yeah, I forgot the also cool tech is I am Substitutes, which is very, very good for me because yeah, I mean, now he's got to start sacking mons, as I'm going to be able to do a ton of damage to Klefki, as he's just trying to break my sub, but it will not break. Because now he goes into the Tentacool, and you're going to see that, obviously Flamethrower does no damage, but I go for the Earth Power. He does have the Shuka Berry, which is very nice prep there. And more importantly, I'm able to outspeed. Now, what I could have done was I actually could have substituted 2 times, but I didn't think there was a need for that because odds are, even if I were to get the Salad Berry boost, I still can't Oko the Kyurem, or yeah, I mean, he has a Focus Sash. There's no reason. I could have gotten the Salad Berry boost by going for sub, he breaks it, I go for sub, he breaks it, and then I get the boost, and then kind of go from there, but yeah, that's fine. So next, he's going to go out into the Galvantula, and this is actually very, very cool. I live the HP Ice, which is very nice for me, as I'm going to bring this Galvantula down to his Focus Sash. So here, I'm thinking, like, where's my Salad Berry boost? It should have activated. Turns out, I had a complete stroke, and he's actually the ability that my Tyranitar also has, which is the Unnerve ability, which means Salad Berry is a berry. I cannot activate that, which I thought in the game was kind of huge, because it's like, if I had gotten the Salad Berry, so he knocks me down to 4% from the HP Ice, I Flamethrower him, bring him down to a Sash, I get up the speed boost, and now I prevent sticky webs. That's what I thought in my mind. That was the series of plays that I was going for, but the Unnerve ability coming through, so that's pretty cool. So he's going to finish me off with a Medicham. I have no reason to keep this anymore, really. So I'm going to go Crobat, and he goes for a Zen Headbutt, but that's fine. I knew that he was probably going to stay in, but here's the thing. If I Brave Bird and he goes out into, who the heck knows, Klefki or Donphan or whatever, and I don't get rid of the webs, or even, let's say he went out into the Klefki, which it was actually kind of a roll. He was at 33%. He was obviously max HP, max defense Klefki. I wanted to get rid of these webs because right now, I can essentially win with Sand, and I mean, we saw game 1 that he made the mistake of going for sacking the Medicham, and he tries to do it again, but I mean, that's fine. I need to get rid of sticky webs. That's all I cared about. As here, I'm just going to go for Psychic, do chip damage onto the Kyurem, which is very nice. He goes for Outrage, as here, I'm able to go for a Drain Punch as he stays in. What that means is Starmie just wins out from here, because he's now in Psychic range, and I just Scald and T-Wave the rest of his mons. Starmie obviously being able to beat the Medicham, and the Donphan and the Klefki. So I'm able to finish off the Kirim as now he goes into his Klefki, and I'm going to hit him up with the Scald. He goes for Foul Play. Foul Play does nothing because I'm max defense. He gets up a last effort Reflect, which is nice, as I'm able to get to a full HP. So right now I'm in a very, very good position. He high jump kicks. So this is what I was talking about earlier. He's actually adamant, and that's why he was able to do more than 50%. But because he won a speed tie, it shouldn't have been a speed tie on my fault. That was just, you know, I should have invested one more speed. And he went all the way max speed on Metachan, but, you know, that's fine. It worked out for him, so that's cool. But I'm able to hit him up with the T-Wave. I went for T-Wave because that means Stoutland outspeeds it outside of sand. And Stoutland, pretty sure, I mean, Stoutland easily kills the Donphan. If it doesn't kill Donphan in one shot, if it's like full defense Donphan, then he cannot kill me with any one move. So right now, without even sand up, my Stoutland clicks return 2 times and I win the game once Reflect goes out. So I'm just going to whittle down this Metachan as he's going to keep firing off the high jump kicks as he kind of needs to. I'm going to go out into the Tyranitar because it is going to be able to finish off the Metachan, as now he's going to go out into his last Mon Donphan. I get off a crunch, and if he has the, you know, if he has the Donphan tech that he had last time, he needs to get a crit right here. But he does not have the berry. He's going to go for Ice Shard. I don't think Ice Shard was a play. I mean, obviously I was going to outspeed and kill you. It was like, might as well just go for a superpower if I misplay or misclick or whatever. But yeah, I mean, Stoutland coming in through. It was my win condition from the start. I made sure if I break the focus sash and just kind of whittled down his team. Once Stoutland sweeps in sand once the Galvantula sash is broken, because Galvantula also can like maybe like randomly T-wave me or just go for a Thunder para, things like that. I do not want any damage on my Stoutland. I mean, getting rid of Metacham's also very, very good because Fake Out kind of wears down the sand turn. So I was able to win game 2. We're back in it, 1-1 record. The next win is going to determine the series. And so stay tuned for game 3. It's going to be exciting. So signing out. Peace, guys.